Everybody, we're here at the 2025 National Annual Meeting with David Montgomery, NFL running back and official spokesman of Scouting America. Thanks so much for being here, David. We appreciate it. I just want to ask you a few questions real quick. One of the things that we talk about in scouting a lot is building toughness, resiliency. You told me a story a while ago about one time when you got on a skateboard. You remember that? You said it was the first time you'd been on a skateboard. It didn't go well. But because you were a scout, you got the support that you needed to get back up and go again. I would love it if you could talk about how that's applied to your career as a pro. You suffered an injury this year, missed a few games. Can you talk about, did scouting help you get through that at all and what that process was like?
Yeah, for sure. I like to say scouting was the foundation that kind of created that door of opportunity for me to realize that when you fall, it's easy for you to get back up if you just attempt to get up, right? So I think just being able to credit scouts and allowing scouting and the things and the experiences that I kind of taken from it has, catapulted me in my career to believe and allow me to know that I can be exactly who I think I can be and even better than that. So I definitely attest that to scouting.
Yeah, excellent. Injury news for people like us in the NFL. We don't always know what we're getting exactly. We thought maybe you were done for the year, but you came back and played. What was that like to be back with your teammates and get back on the field there towards the end?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely an experience. It takes a lot of focus and it takes a lot of resiliency to be able to go back out after being injured and having false speculations on what it is or what it isn't. So me finding out that I had time and I had a chance to come back, I took it very serious and I hit rehab pretty tough and I was able to go back out with the guys and play.
The NFL is tough. Yeah. Only one team at the end of the year gets to say they accomplished the ultimate goal, right? So when you come up a little bit short, you guys had a great season. I know the goal was to win the Super Bowl, right? Is that something when you come up short that pushes you as you go forward? Are you thinking about that as you go forward? Or is it more like last year was last year, let's put that behind us? As we go into the offseason, you said you're in OTAs right now.
Yeah.
What's your focus right now?
Yeah, I'm a pretty right now, be where my feet are kind of guy. So I kind of let things be what they are. I mean, the past is the past. I can't control or change anything about it. So the only focus now is, performing at the best of my ability and, preparing myself daily to be at optimal shape so that I can perform the way that I need to. Awesome.
I'm going to consult my phone real quick here because I have some questions from my teammates. David, can you talk about being an Eagle Scout? That's a big moment. As an NFL player, you play in big games. How did being an Eagle Scout and that process becoming an Eagle Scout help prepare you to play in big games in the NFL, playoff games that decide like division titles and things like that?
Yeah, I think for me it's just the simplicity and understanding that the moment's never too big and understanding that I can correlate scouting and sports hand in hand, how much something as simple as building a fire or something as team bonding and talking to my other scouts can help me on the field also. So I think for the moments that seem big or seem loud or seem pressurized, it gives me an option and an opportunity to kind of sit in it and remiss and understand that, hey, this moment's for me. I've been here before. It may not have been with the helmet on and the ball in my hand, but I've been here before. So it prepares me for moments like that so I can be proactive opposed to reactive.
That's great. Is there anything that you learned as a scout, like a single lesson that you still remember today? Building a fire, building a Pima Derby car, anything that really kind of sticks with you?
Yeah, I think for me is the discipline and the preparation so when I was in scouting, I actually missed one of my merit badges and I had to do it over. It was personal fitness. And I thought since I was so good at fitness, I didn't have to prepare for it. But I wasn't hitting my marks. And when I went to turn in my car, they marked it as incomplete and it killed me. Just because I don't like things being incomplete. But the lesson that I learned was, hey, even if you feel like you're optimal or the best, shape or way that you should be in order for you to feel like you can shortcut stuff, it always catches you at the end. So just preparing myself in a manner to where I can be ready for whatever it is and not relying on my ability and who I am to kind of secrete what I think the result may be. It helped me and it taught me a lot, and it correlates and it translates to the game and to my life.
Yeah, that's great. My last question, David, another big thing in scouting is leadership. Being a leader, you're a senior patrol leader, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And as an NFL player, you're expected to be a leader in the locker room. I think you're proud to be a leader in the community. Did scouting help prepare you to be a leader now as a as a grown man out in the world?
For sure, definitely. Scouting it help me, tenfold, and the things that I learned in scouting, I try to implement in who I am on the field, but who I am as a father daily too. So being able to kind of use scouting as a resource for me to kind of show my son how things should be done and how to, operate as a good human being. I can only attest that to scouting, and I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to be a part of such a great organization and a brotherhood, sisterhood, so that we can thrive, and I can thrive to be, the best human that I can be.
Awesome. Thanks so much for the time today, David.
Thank you.
Really
Yeah.
appreciate it. It's great to see you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.